This is the story of Seo-jun, where he grew stronger by farming and evolving his pets by giving them his special juice, making them thick. Thick. What the? In the previous episode, we saw how after eating Seo-jun's juicy cherries, our tower manager grew thicker. Shit grew larger. On the other hand, the Ox King was getting ready to attack Seo-jun. Still deeply confused, the tower manager realized that she had hit puberty, and her body had undergone a significant change. She felt a strange tickling sensation in her stomach as she sat crouched, lost in thought. She couldn't comprehend why she had suddenly grown so big. Then, a memory flashed through her mind. She remembered eating those 5 blue, juicy cherry tomatoes that Seo-jun had given her. She began to wonder if there was something special about Seo-jun's cherry tomatoes. Just before she had fainted, she recalled her dragon heart beating for a brief moment. Afterward, she had grown larger, and even though her heart wasn't beating now, she felt incredibly light, as if she could fly right now if she tried. Then, holding her crystal ball tightly, she started kissing Seo-jun through the crystal ball, saying that it was all because of Seo-jun that her heart had healed somewhat. She couldn't contain her excitement as she thought about what she would do with Seo-jun once they got out of the tower. Then, as she observed Seo-jun through her crystal ball, happily munching on the blue corn, she couldn't help but feel a pang of jealousy. She shouted, asking how Seo-jun could relish those delectable treats while leaving her out. However, the crystal ball she held was too small for her grown-up body, preventing her from getting a clear view of what Seo-jun was enjoying. Without wasting a single minute, she hurriedly tried to go to her treasured room to bring a larger crystal ball. However, she got stuck at the door since it was too small for her thick. It was too small for her current body, and she started shouting in frustration, saying she needed to lose weight, or Seo-jun would devour all the delicious treats without her. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our new channel. Link in the pinned comment. Our goal for today's likes is 6,900 likes. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you. Now let's continue with the video. The scene shifts, and it's a bright sunny day outside the cave's entrance. The baby bear waves his hands happily toward the queen bee, who joyfully waves back while flying around the cave with her worker bees. Meanwhile, the shovel rabbit stands atop a pile of corn, watching the worker bees work with delight. Over by the corn pile, the husband rabbit and the wife rabbit are busy peeling the corn and placing the peeled corn on top of onion leaves. The baby rabbits are having fun playing with one of the worker bees, while the sickle rabbit is preparing wooden sticks. The warrior rabbit takes the peeled corn and places it onto the wooden sticks, with a cute little baby rabbit watching in admiration. Another baby rabbit patiently waits beside a pile of prepared corn, neatly arranged on top of onion leaves, all ready for roasting. The cart rabbit then comes in, loads up the prepared corn onto his cart to roast, and a baby rabbit sits on the cart, cheerfully waving to the white rabbit who's in charge of roasting the corn over the campfire. Then we see Seo-jun complimenting all his animal friends for doing a great job preparing the corn. He called the cute baby rabbit on the cart Captain Baby, as the baby rabbit also did a great job coming all the way here. The baby rabbit reacted happily, holding the baby rabbit in his arms. Seo-jun said to the chubby rabbit that he had steamed the corns and his work was almost finished. He suggested wrapping up and told the chubby rabbit to gather everyone, as they would all have dinner together. The chubby rabbit nodded in response. Excitedly, Seo-jun gently opened the lid of the pot, and the delicious aroma of the juicy corn filled the entire cave. Seeing the corn, the baby rabbit in Seo-jun's hand also started drooling with sparkling eyes. As Seo-jun was taking out the hot, juicy steamed corns from the pot and placing them on plates made of onion leaves with a DIY glove made from onion leaves, the tower manager asked Seo-jun if she also could taste the juicy corn. She then asked if Seo-jun could give her one steamed corn. Suddenly, a quest appeared in front of Seo-jun, saying, "Share the corn with the horny, share the corn with the hungry tower manager." And the reward was extreme gratitude. If refused, the tower manager would become extremely disappointed. Seeing this, Seo-jun replied, addressing the tower manager as Aileen with a smile on his face. He mentioned that he was going to give some steamed corn to her anyway, and said to wait for a moment. He was also preparing some grilled corn, and once ready, he would send both the steamed and grilled corn to her all at once. The tower manager nodded, saying she would wait. Then we see the warrior rabbit and the white rabbits bringing the delicious, mouth-watering grilled corn. Seo-jun instructed them to place the grilled corn on a plate made of onion leaf. After a moment, we see many grilled corns neatly arranged on a large plate, also made of onion leaves. The cart rabbit brought the steamed corn, and all the rabbits worked together to prepare the corns for dinner. Meanwhile, the husband rabbit and the wife rabbit happily stood with the baby rabbits, and on a large bowl made of onion leaves beside Seo-jun, there was a full load of steamed corn. 3 cute little baby rabbits watched, unable to wait to taste them. Now Seo-jun, holding a roasted corn with seasoning sprinkled on it, commented that the seasoning Theo brought was a godsend to the grilled corn. He continued, saying it's a pity that he can't taste the butter-grilled corn like his mom makes, but this also looks very delicious. The white rabbits were also holding grilled corn, and the warrior rabbit was contemplating whether to eat the grilled or steamed corn. Then, Seo-jun began preparing his special corn. First, he applied the sugar that Theo bought onto the corn and grilled it until it turned golden brown. Next, he sprinkled some Parmesan cheese onto the grilled corn. With his tongue licking his lips, Seo-jun reached into his bag while a cute baby rabbit watched curiously to see what Seo-jun was doing. Suddenly, he excitedly brought out a pouch full of red chili powder and explained how he found this chili pouch in Theo's bag while Theo was sleeping. He started to think with a slight anger that Theo didn't tell Seo-jun about such a precious item, and considered removing Theo from the sales cat position. However, he decided to let it slide since he was in a very good mood today. Lastly, he sprinkled some chili powder onto the corn, and voila! Seo-jun's special juicy corn was ready. The system notified Seo-jun that it was a corn filled with Seo-jun's aura and so delicious that one couldn't hold back once eaten. Finally, Seo-jun took a bite out of his special corn, and yes, it was truly delicious. Seo-jun smiled with pleasure, feeling like he was in heaven as the sweet and spicy taste reminded him of his home. Then, Seo-jun prepared 6 grilled juicy corns and gave them to the tower manager, who thanked him happily, completing the quest. Seo-jun then turned toward the white and warrior rabbits and asked them if the grilled corn was delicious. They nodded in response with smiles on their faces as they munched on the grilled corn. Then, Seo-jun noticed that the husband rabbit and the wife rabbit were not eating their meals as they were busy feeding the baby rabbits. Then Seo-jun got an idea. He placed a steamed corn on a bowl and with a spoon scraped the corn kernels, separating them. He gave the bowl full of corn kernels to the husband rabbit and the wife rabbit, saying that now the baby rabbits could eat without being fed, and they could also enjoy their meal. The husband and wife rabbit sighed in relief and thanked Seo-jun while the baby rabbits surrounded the bowl full of corn kernels and started picking them one by one. Then Seo-jun also started munching on the corn happily. However, as he took a bite, he noticed something, and the next moment he spit out all the corn he had eaten, saying, "What the hell?" He saw that the baby rabbits were playing with the corn kernels, and all the corn kernels were sticking to their bodies. 3 baby rabbits were lying on the bowl, with one eating a corn kernel while the other 2 called out to Seo-jun cutely. Seo-jun gently, with a warm smile, started removing the corn kernels one by one from their bodies, remarking on how they were getting naughtier day by day. Meanwhile, one baby rabbit, with a full stomach, was sleeping on the bowl, while another was eating some corn kernels. Others had their corn kernels removed by Seo-jun. With an exhausted expression, Seo-jun started feeding the baby rabbits, saying that working while taking care of babies was very tiring. He missed Theo, as Theo was the one who used to take care of the baby rabbits. Then Seo-jun gave the mommy and baby bear some sweet potatoes, fresh fish, and some corn to eat, and they also started eating happily. Then the scene shifts, and we see a member of the Phoenix Guild banging his hand on the table in frustration, asking why Theo is not coming as he is taking longer than usual. They had set up a camp on the 38th floor where Theo usually comes to sell the cherry tomatoes. Another hunter asked why he came here to buy cherry tomatoes again, as just the other day, he bought a good amount of cherry tomato. He replied with a serious face that outside the tower, rich people are buying these magical cherry tomatoes at very high prices. A single cherry tomato is selling for more than $400, so he came to stock up on the cherry tomatoes to sell them at a higher price later. Then we see Dong-shik talking with a blonde-haired woman, Jessica, a member of the Phoenix Guild. She asked Dong-shik what to do as their supplies are slowly running out, and it will become very difficult to leave the tower once they're empty. Now Dong-shik, thinking deeply, replied that they have no other choice. He decided to stay in the tower, while all the other members will get out from the tower to refill the supply. As all the members were leaving the tower, Dongshik, watching them from behind, said to the big melon girl he thought Jessica would be the one staying in the tower, but didn't expect Soha to be here with him. Then, Suha explained that Jessica had already gotten rid of her fatty stomach, so she no longer needed the cherry tomatoes. With a warm smile, she said that Jessica gave her share to Suha instead. Dongshik asked Suha if she would also participate in the auction personally, wondering if she also needed the cherry tomatoes. Suha replied that she was not there for the cherry tomatoes. She playfully winked and brought out 5 packets of churu, saying she was here to give this churu to Theo. Dongshik laughed and replied that it's good to keep Theo happy since he's a very important guy. Then the scene shifts, and we see Theo singingly walking in the forest, saying that the baby rabbits are waiting for the cool Uncle Theo. So he has to quickly finish his work and return to the cave. Finally, after a long walk, Theo reached his destination, the Wandering Merchant Passageway. It was a humongous, thick tree with a large hole, and was now standing just above the passageway on a hill. Theo commented on how big the tree was, and looked up, saying he felt like the tree was so big that it would reach the sky. Then we see many wandering merchants preparing to enter the passageway. Among them, there's a big elephant, a goblin, and 2 little mice, all following Theo, who is at the front of the group. A cute dog merchant officer asked Theo which agency he was from and what Theo's grade was. Theo proudly replied that he was a high-grade wandering merchant and wanted to use the passageway to reach the 38th floor. The officer approved Theo's request, and he started moving forward. However, unbeknownst to Theo, 3 wolves from behind him began glaring at him with deadly eyes and followed him. They were silver-furred wolves with sharp yellow eyes. One of them was larger, the captain, and the other 2 were smaller. The 2 smaller wolves, upon seeing a drawing, they stared at Theo, trying to find something. Eventually, they revealed that they were looking for the straw hat that Theo had bought from the blacksmith. The 2 wolves' names were Wilco and Elkie. The little wolf asked the big wolf with a worried face why the floor boss was looking for the straw hat, especially just an ordinary straw hat that could be found anywhere. However, the captain replied with a serious tone that it didn't matter what the item was. They were the Silver Wolf tribe, the best mercenaries in the whole tower, and they should just act according to what the commissioner ordered. Then their captain ordered his subordinate that it's unlikely that Theo is the one who has the straw hat, but for now, they will just follow him. They pulled their hoods over their heads. Unbeknownst to them, from behind, a ghostly figure was watching them. She was the fox police girl. Seeing all of this, she was also shocked as to why the Silver Wolf tribe was after Theo, and then wondered if it was because of the straw hat. She started to wonder what the mysterious straw hat that the floor master had hired the Silver Wolf for even was. Deciding to follow the Silver Wolf, we see all the wandering merchants passing through the passage with Theo at the front, unaware of the danger following him. Just behind him, the Silver Wolf was tailing, and just behind the Silver Wolf, the Fox Girl was stealthily following them. So, the episode ends here. What do you think will happen next? Write your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our new channel. Link in the pinned comment. Give a thumbs up emoji in the comment if you watched till here. Goodbye.